To my Amy and Littles page, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm back with another episode of checking things off that homeschool to-do list, and today's task is re-emptying the closet of things that I went through and then adding in some cubbies and some drawer carts that I got, and then kind of reorganizing everything and finding a spot for everything. So come along. So here's the rolling cart I'm gonna have to assemble, and I got these two 6-cube organizers, white, from Target, and that's gonna go inside the closet. So right as we were about to set up and, start organizing, I got a call from my dentist saying, hey, you have an appointment at 11. Now we're gonna pick back up organizing. So when I was gone, my mom built this cart and she built 2 of these 6 cubbies. So gonna clear out the closet and then put these in. Everything done. Every intention of showing the behind the scenes and kind of explaining the process of why we're doing what we're doing and all of that. But then I got a missed call from my dentist's office. Turns out I had a dentist appointment today at 11, not tomorrow like I thought. So thankfully we live 3 minutes away, so I was able to hop in the car and just go to my appointment. But I came back in and it was just full steam ahead trying to get as much done before bedtime for the kids. But I want to do an in-depth video showing what's in my homeschool closet, what I'm storing in here, and maybe it gives you a few ideas of what you could do in your homeschool closet or some ideas of some things you could get. I'm going to turn the camera on and show you what we got. I feel like I have to do a dramatic reveal. So anyways, I am obsessed with my closet door, and we have our little class mascot. The kids named her Goosey, and she's all ready for her first day of school. And basically I have cutouts that can change for each season, so I'm so excited about that. Ta-da! Okay, hopefully you can see it was storming earlier. Okay, so up here I have all of our toys. I have some huge canvases for art, but we have puzzles, some educational games, a lot of PR things that I've been given. Up here is the kids' dentist and doctor kit. I'm actually gonna put that in a cubby, so that'll be gone. Over here is our reading basket extras. I did a video showing what I have in my reading basket, but I didn't want to put everything in it at once, so I just put like half the things in here. And then as I gather more things, I'll put it in here and just rotate weekly. And I am switching this to another basket. And then up here is all my kids' work from last year. I need to still find like a vacuum seal bag or something like that for each of my kids so I can put it in a bin and have this all empty for when we start in a few weeks. 2 cubbies here. Each one has 6 compartments, and I just stack them on top of each other. And I got this from Target, and I'll have furniture and stuff I'll have linked in my ShopMy or my Amazon storefront. Hopefully I can get to that at some point. But up here are all, I want to say these are Dokins, but some extra Play-Doh things. Here is all the extra school supplies. So we have markers, tape, glue sticks, crayons, anything that I would use for the kids or for myself is in here. I need to restock the caddy in my cabinet. I need to show you guys because this is real life. This has been the catch-all. I organized this just a few weeks ago, and this is what it's looking like. So I need to organize this and stock that with the extras that I have in here. And then here are just all my washable paints. And then back here, I have some ink cartridges for my old printer and then the ink for my new printers. I didn't want to put that in the garage in case it dries out. And then over here, I just have a curriculum that I need to pull out some things for unit study. And then just the 50 states map, because we're going over the 50 states this year. This tray I'm going to use, I normally have a expanding file folder where I separate it by day and I put all the worksheets we're working on for that day. But I figured an easy way would be to just have this tray and just put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and all I have to do is come in the closet and just pull out the stack. So I'm going to try out that method this year. Here I have all our acrylic paint, and then we have some paint sticks and pens all in one spot. Coming down here, I just have a loose tub of Play-Doh, but I have a Mr. Potato Head Play-Doh set. I have our pattern blocks back there. And then this is a whole bag just full of some Play-Doh, but all the cutouts and Play-Doh toys that you can imagine. Here I have just some paper and poster board, huge sheets of paper. And then I just have some drawing pads and paint pads for the kids to use. And then here I have all my colorful tubs of Play-Doh. And then here are just some puzzles. I have 4 puzzles in here, and I plan on just using this for free play, and then every week just rotating out something from up here down here so we can make sure we're playing with everything. And then In this cubby, this is my pre-K son's cubby. So these are all the books we're using from Memorial Press. I just wanted it in one spot. The prayer book that we do every day and the first book we're going to focus on for the first week in my curriculum bins, but these are all the other books for the curriculum. Here are some things that I was sent to try out. So these are like language arts educational games. This one we love this one. And just some fun things. I got this from Walmart, like a jump and learn and then spot and learn. So just some fun things to add into our learning. Here I just have some rhyming dominoes because my daughter needs to work on rhyming. This is our art shelf. So we have some watercolor paper. These are some smaller canvases. I have like these fun little vases for my kids to paint. Some little cats and dogs that they can paint, and then these are wood kits, I think, of safari animals that they can paint. And then down here are all our math manipulatives. So I have this money board, I have their clocks, I have their addition subtraction board, counting fingers, I have our cubes that connect, and then I also have a tell time manipulative game in here. So that's all down here. And the reason why I stored it in here instead of my caddy out front is because there are our read alouds. I've thrifted a lot of these. I bought some from down here, and so each month we can just pull one from the shelf and read it. And then here is just kind of a little bit of miscellaneous, but I have some cookbooks. I have some art books. I need to get a few more because I'm going to kind of make my own art curriculum for my kids as an elective. Here's like another supplemental science book. Here's some of my daughter's curriculum readers. These are just some supplemental readers. And then this is a random 5 Love Languages of Children that I got for 50 cents at the thrift store. And then down here are just some more supplemental science books that did not fit in my cubby out here. And I thrifted most of these, and these are just fun seasonal books that we can incorporate for our unit studies. So super excited to have all of this here. Got this fun, colorful shelf. Like, one thing about me, I love all the colorful things. I got this from Target also. And on here, I just have this extra desk organizer. It has some drawers. I didn't put anything in here. I'll get extra like Post-its and different stuff like that to keep in here. Here's my extra pens, some chalk markers. Here's this. I could put some extra things as well. I'm probably going to have stuff in my cabinet that I'm going to put out here. And then here are all our first day of school flags with their grades. I have some extras because I didn't realize I had some already. And then here's some signs that they can hold. Have my extra stapler. And then here's this class schedule. I had this on my desk last year, and I'm going to go ahead and make a new one with our schedule because sometimes the first couple weeks it's like confusing of like what subjects are we doing when. So I'll have this every morning when I come in here and can just double check what we're doing. So I made this my art caddy, and I think this is going to work a lot better than what I was using before. So in this first drawer, it's kind of like the cotton ball pom-pom drawer. Here are all our pipe cleaners. Here are all like our popsicle sticks, anything that's like wooden. Toothpicks is just our tissue paper, just some random plates that came in an art kit. Mod Podge. Here is all our paint brushes, our little palettes, some watercolor. I need to get actual like watercolor palettes, but for now that'll do. Here are our ink pads, some gel pens, some glitter, and just a bunch of different sized googly eyes. And then in here is just random, but I just have some straws. And then here I have my glue gun and glue sticks. And then this fell, so this actually needs to go up here. But here, oh, and this pen fell too. We have just this kit. This came in my little art kit. So just some buttons and string to just make different crafts. And then these are just some fun metallic things that they can glue on paper and go crazy with. And then in this last drawer, it is kind of a miscellaneous as well. I have some rocks that we used last year for a project. These wooden rings. I have some beads, some fishing wire, some wooden beads. So just some random things here. Here is still my son's closet. So this is all his seasonal clothes up here, some of his hanging clothes. We did move his dresser to the laundry room. So here's just some extra things here, but in here is all my kids' first day of school gifts. I need to do a video on that. So I'm just hiding it in this closet so they don't try to get in it. Here I had a sign hanging before. I decided to use my chalkboard. I was using this chalkboard before for All About Reading, and it was hanging it was in the closet, and when I pulled it out, all the letter titles were falling off. They kept falling off. I didn't know where I would put it in the classroom. And so I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna put all those letter tiles in storage. Whenever we get a bigger space and I can hang it up, I'll use it again. I'm gonna get the app for All About Reading so I don't have to worry about these letter tiles. So I have my lamp, a little decorative clock. I have some dot markers. I need to get more, fill it up with colors. And I figured this was just a fun, colorful thing to have on here. And we do use our dot markers a lot. So I'm gonna see how my kids do with this. If they try taking this out the room and going crazy with it, I'm probably gonna have to hide it. And then I figured with this chalkboard, it'll be fun to hang up extras of my kids' artwork or write our memory verse of the week. Here is this cute little sign I got from Hobby Lobby months ago for $1.24. And then I got this frame from Michael's. I'm gonna put like a first day of school Polaroid in here. Let's get into what I have in each cubby. So these are my favorite supplemental science books. So I have the big book series, the anthology books, and then I have the Julia Rothman books. So these are our most used that I have right here, and they're just beautiful to look at. Here are just some of our storybooks. So I have a lot of our fall books that I'll use and put out on display maybe come September, but that's all here. And then over here, I'm gonna call this like our history shelf. And this is all the books that have to do with the 50 states because that's what we're gonna be focusing on this year. So I have a little puzzle here, our 50 states, New York City, a book on the USA, Mother Goose of American Rhymes. And I have all of that here. Here, I'm actually gonna put a cubby and I'm gonna put some kids' toys in there so it's all hidden away. And then I have a cubby here. I'm gonna put one here and over there, and it's gonna be super cute and colorful. And in this cubby, I have just some fun supplemental learning games. So this is like matching and rhyming. I have sight word games, just a whole bunch of different things in here to just pull out to add into our lesson. And then lastly, this shelf here is just some things like I have Richard Scarry's What Do People Do All Day? I have the Complete Brambley Hedge series here. This is Children's Book of Poems, and then this is the DK Family Illustrated Bible. So I plan on getting some more books that we can just open and just read some out of here, and I figured this would be a good spot to put it. And then I had this divider in my closet originally where I was keeping extra curriculum, but I figured I would use this for story time. Each day of the week I have a book assigned for story time, so I figured it'd be good to have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and have it just on display here. So all I have to do when it's story time is just reach over and grab that book. So that is everything that we got done today. And my mom was here helping me. It was such a big relief. She was actually assembling the things while I was at the dentist appointment. I wish I could show you what the room looked like before because we had stuff everywhere. I was feeling super stressed, but now it's looking pretty clean and organized. I still need to do the cabinet and do a lot more things. Sorry if it's crazy. My kids are going cray cray in the back. I need to put them to bed. I am checking another thing off my homeschool to-do list. And if you haven't already, like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you on the next episode.